I and all sentient beings, until we achieve enlightenment, go for refuge to Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. I and all sentient beings, until we achieve enlightenment, go for refuge to Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. I and all sentient beings, until we achieve enlightenment, go for refuge to Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. Through the virtues I collect by giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha for the benefit of all. Through the virtues I collect by giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha for the benefit of all. Through the virtues I collect by giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha for the benefit of all. May everyone be happy. May everyone be free from suffering. May no one ever be separated from their happiness. May everyone have equanimity, free from hatred and attachment. The ground sprinkled with perfume and spread with flowers, the great mountain, four lands, sun and moon, seen as a Buddha land and offered thus, may all beings enjoy such pure lands. I offer without any sense of loss the objects that give rise to my attachment, hatred, and confusion, my friends, enemies, strangers, our bodies and enjoyments. Please accept these and bless me to be released directly from the three poisons. Idam Guru Ratnam Mandalikam Niryatayami. From the hearts of all the holy beings, streams of light and nectar flow down, granting blessings and purifying. Tsongkhapa, crown ornament of the scholars of the land of the snows, you are Buddha Shakyamuni and Vajradhara, the source of all attainments. Avalokiteshvara, the treasure of unobservable compassion, Manjushri, the supreme stainless wisdom, and Vajrapani, the destroyer of the host of Maras. O Venerable Guru Buddha, synthesis of all three jewels, with my body, speech, and mind, respectfully I make requests. Please grant your blessings to ripen and liberate myself and others, and bestow the common and supreme attainment. Tsongkhapa, crown ornament of the scholars of the land of the snows, you are Buddha Shakyamuni and Vajradhara, the source of all attainments. Avalokiteshvara, the treasure of unobservable compassion, Manjushri, the supreme stainless wisdom, and Vajrapani, the destroyer of the host of Maras. O Venerable Guru Buddha, synthesis of all three jewels, with my body, speech, and mind, respectfully I make requests. Please grant your blessings to ripen and liberate myself and others, and bestow the common and supreme attainments. Tsongkhapa, crown ornament of the scholars of the land of the snows, you are Buddha Shakyamuni and Vajradhara, the source of all attainments. Avalokiteshvara, the treasure of unobservable compassion, Manjushri, the supreme stainless wisdom, and Vajrapani, the destroyer of the host of Maras. O Venerable Guru Buddha, synthesis of all three jewels, with my body, speech, and mind, respectfully I make requests. Please grant your blessings to ripen and liberate myself and others, and bestow the common and supreme attainments. I am creating this podcast in the hopes that this is starting to help fulfill the requests by Grandmother Earth and the Ancient One of the Inuit, who have asked me to heal all of their people. Hello, welcome. Thank you for joining me. My name is Kathleen. The spirit name I have been given is White Buffalo Calf Woman. Today's episode is entitled Overcoming Negative Habits. Hopefully, you're making positive changes to your life and working towards becoming the best version of you. If you're anything like me, you will probably run into difficulties. You might be struggling to stop engaging in negative behaviors, whether that is lying, stealing, or harming others in other ways. They become habits, and we can do these things without even being aware we are doing them. We can mindlessly punch our friend in the arm as a joke or when they upset us. We may be so familiar with lying that we have trouble even knowing what is true anymore. We could suffer from being a kleptomaniac or some other problem. The more we do negative things, the more often we automatically do them with no thought behind them, really. The problem is that we have undisciplined minds. We usually do what our mind or ego tells us to do rather than trying to control our impulses. Trying to stop doing these things when it is almost our nature to do them can be tricky and overwhelming at times. How do you stop doing negative things? Start slowly and deliberately. First of all, look at the people around you. Are your family or friends behaving negatively? If they're doing mostly negative things, you will have an incredibly hard time to break away from doing them. It may be difficult, but you have to start separating yourself from these people. You need to find good people to be around. Try to find a place that is good that you can start to hang out. Build that up and change who is around you so the negative people don't drag you down with them. The negative people will not like it if you change because they need you to be bad like them to make them feel better about themselves. You see, if you are negative, then they know they are not alone in their bad behavior, and they fool themselves in this way. So, these negative people will give you a hard time if you start to change or spend less time with them. If you truly want to change, you have to break away from them, or you will never be able to escape the negative patterns you find yourself in. I have left negative relationships and left bad people behind me. In fact, I have nothing to do with my parents anymore because they were unable to stop their toxic, negative behavior towards me. I asked them repeatedly, but they ignored my requests. Since they obviously have no respect for me and my feelings, I left them. I have nothing to do with my youngest brother because he too chooses to behave negatively. It is only after leaving them all behind that I am now seeing the damage of the abusive cycle I have been trapped in from growing up with them. I still struggle to stop this cycle completely, but I hope I am making progress. It can be isolating at times, but I am far better off. It is better to be alone than to be with people that are negative, that will harm you and pull you down in life. I would rather be alone than in a bad relationship. Okay, so not only do you need to change who you're spending your time with, but you can start to change your habits. Begin to do positive things, like being kind to others. You can listen to my previous podcast on the topic of how to start ascending for more guidance. Making your mind more familiar with doing good things helps to diminish the time you might be spending doing negative actions. You will start to feel better about yourself knowing that you are doing positive things to change your life for the better. You can stop doing negative things a little bit at a time. Pick a negative habit that you don't do very often, like maybe you don't tell very many lies. Whatever you choose, try to stop doing those things completely if you can. Ones that you don't do very often at all would be the easiest to stop. Once you find you have stopped and don't do it anymore, you can rejoice. For negative habits you do more often, see how long you can go without doing them. Can you go 5 minutes without doing it? Try to do that then. And once you stop for 5 minutes, you can feel good that you did it. Then try to stop for 10, then 15, 30, an hour, and so on. Keep making the time between doing the negative things longer and longer until you find that days, weeks, and months have passed by and you haven't been doing them. Then it will be years and you will eventually stop doing it altogether. That will be wonderful. Remember, no one is perfect. No one is going to stop all their negative behaviors immediately. That is impossible. You will slip up like everyone does. You will find yourself falling back into old patterns and negative ways of doing things, especially if you continue to hang around negative people or you return to them again. You are normal. And just like everyone else, we all struggle to stop our negative habits. If you find yourself falling back into negative behavior, no matter how long you find yourself being like that, as soon as you decide you want to stop again, go back and try once more. Do this as many times as you need to. It can be hard not to get down on yourself or beat yourself up for failing, but you haven't failed if you keep trying, no matter how many times it takes. You only fail if you completely give up and embrace a negative lifestyle. Even then, there is still hope for you in the far off, distant future. If you need encouragement and help, go find positive people that can help you and support you. When I talk about positive people, I am referring to those individuals that are doing good deeds, that you witness engaging in positive actions to help others. I'm not talking about those fake, bubbly, pretending life is perfect people. They can be just as messed up as the negative people. The more you practice this, the easier it will become. We just need to make our minds familiar with doing good deeds rather than bad ones. Give yourself as much time as you need to accomplish this. You have the rest of your life to work on improving yourself. The longer you have been doing negative things, like if you started in your childhood, then the longer it might take to stop them. That is all right, as long as you are trying your best. That means the best that you can do. Do not compare yourself to anyone else because they're not on the exact same path that you are on. They are on their own path and will make progress in their own time, their own way. If someone has been trying their whole life to be a good person, they may not have as many negative habits to get rid of, so they may make progress a little quicker. That's okay. That doesn't make what you are doing or how long it is taking you any less valid. In fact, you're changing more than they are, and that is commendable. Look for people that will encourage and support you to help you stay on this new path you are carving out for yourself. Steer clear of anyone that makes fun of you or gets angry at you for making these changes in your life. You are not alone in your quest to become a better person. Seek out other individuals who are also trying to improve themselves. We can all work on this together and break free from our negative habits. I wish you every success. Thank you so much for listening to this podcast. May the Buddhas and all the holy beings send blessings to you and your loved ones. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Tari 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 Soha, Om Tari 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 Soha, Om Tari 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 Soha. Om Ahum, Om Ahum, Om Ahum. Om Vajrawiki Vatrana Soha, Om Vajrawiki Vatrana Soha, Om Vajrawiki Vatrana Soha. I wish to dedicate all the virtuous actions I have performed to all sentient beings everywhere, that we may all achieve enlightenment and be free from the suffering of samsara as quickly as possible.